Plaintiff Kendall Fortson was in a band with the defendant, whose antics got out of control. Kendall claims the defendant got them banned from a club after he tried to pass out hits of LSD to the audience masked as candy, and Kendall's suing him today for breach of contract. Defendant Colin Dowell says when he met Kendall, he thought he was a pompous jerk. Colin insists he had every intention of telling the audience that there was acid in the candy, and he claims he wasn't the only reason they were banned from the club. Colin denies owing Kendall for anything.
Tell me what's happening.
Essentially, he is my friend and guitar player. We were in a band together. We met through the music scene, spent a lot of years going to shows together, and eventually we decided, why don't we start a band together? And it was fun at first. We started out doing like a tribute band to this band from Norway called Turbo Negro, and they were a lot of fun.
What was the name of it?
Turbo Negro, super dark in Scandinavian, I guess. Yeah. And, it was kind of crazy. Like they put on a lot of makeup and
what color makeup?
What's that?
What color makeup?
I can actually show you a picture if you want to see. Can I bring this up, Jordan? Here you go.
No, that's my job.
Sure.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of a glam thing.
Go ahead.
We eventually changed it to a different kind of band to do our own songs. We were just drinking one night, kind of doing the rock star thing, and our buddy Richard came in like in a tutu and a tiara and was just kind of acting crazy because that's kind of the guy he was. So we were thinking of a name and we kind of named the band after him. Richard was too long, so we called it Glitter, like short for Richard. And so we did this band. Everyone always laughs, but it's a lot of fun. We named it after but he's like a mascot. We put his face on like some of the records.
Okay, you're saying it because his full name is Richard, and so you're using the word for Richard being short.
Right. Oh, he's a tall guy. I got it.
Get it, man.
Like I said, we have some crazy parties.
Man, let's go. Nice. Go ahead.
Anyway, it was going good for a while. We were having a lot of fun. But slowly he kind of got a little out of control and it was kind of hurting the band. Some of the antics he was doing, he almost got us banned from a club one night.
The defendant.
Colin almost got us banned because he had mouthed off and threatened to burn a Bible on stage. And I think he was just joking. I don't know if he was serious, but it got a protest group kind of around our band. People were going to protest the show. They almost canceled it and didn't book the show, but he assured them they weren't going to do it. But then next month we were playing a show, and I get a little out of hand too. Fun stuff though. I'll pass pillows to the crowd and have him do a pillow fight. He took these maracas we made with Smarties, the candies in them, and had put acid on them and was going to pass them out to the audience. Club owner heard about it and pretty much just said, you can't be passing out drugs to the audience. You guys aren't playing my venue anymore. So that cost us that gig, and we can't play at that club anymore because of stuff he was doing.
Plaintiff Kendall Fortson is suing his former bandmate, who he claims got them banned from a club after trying to pass out hits of LSD to the audience.
Passing out drugs to the audience unbeknownst to them.
Well, I told him.
Yeah, I would have let him know. I would have made an announcement.
That's how the club owner found out, was because he was spreading the word. And then
I didn't actually do it, so.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but it got us banned anyway.
Got you banned from it. That's
so now
enough.
we can't play at that club anymore, and we like to do a lot of shows there. And it wasn't just all bad stuff. We had a lot of good times. That's why I kept him around despite that. We had a lot of good parties, crashing out at my house one night. Things got out of hand, and just kind of living the rock star life. We had a bunch of people in the living room. It starts with 1, 2, 3, and a bunch of people are taking their clothes off, and before you know it, we kind of have an orgy kind of going on in the living room. Everyone's drunk and doing stuff. So it was fun stuff too, but the bad stuff is kind of what got out of hand. And it just got to the point that money became a big issue with us.
Let me allow him to give some background before we get to the breach of contract you're suing him for.
Thank you, Your Honor. He comes off as really put together. He dresses like that. He's not dressed up for court. That's what he looks like. He's just as rowdy and drunk as, or worse than I am. When we first met, we met at a show.
Did either of you finish school, college, trade school, community college, anything?
I got my bachelor's.
Okay. I have a bachelor's.
In what?
Sociology.
Yeah, all right, because you all don't have a major record label yet?
No.
You all living such a destructive lifestyle trying to be rock stars. From what I understand, a lot of these rock stars don't live like that anymore. So many of them been to rehab. The only way to copy the rock stars these days, go to rehab. That's how you make your name in Hollywood now or in the entertainment business. If you haven't been to rehab, you've done nothing. You are a D-list celebrity. To be an A-list celebrity, you got to go to rehab. Go ahead.
He's on his way to the top. He was probably headed there.
All right. Go ahead.
When I first met him, he came off as, kind of a pompous jerk. I met him at a party, and he made some joke about like hooking up with some girl. I was staying in this apartment at the time. I wasn't there, and he got with some girl like in my room. Like that's how I met him. Like one of our first shows on the road was in Vegas. He took our payout that we got, we get paid out for the show. He took it to the roulette table, like at one of the casinos and lost.
Your Honor?
For the entire band?
For that show, yeah.
He was there too, Your Honor. That wasn't just a
Got it. Anything else?
The club that, he's saying I got us banned from, he's always climbing all over the lights and stuff. Like,
Yeah, but that didn't get you all banned.
I think that was on the list.
Let's start. What are you suing him for, sir?
Essentially, after all the shenanigans, his girlfriend kicked him out of the house. He needed a place to stay. I want to help out my friend and guitar player. So, I said he could stay for a little bit to get back on his feet at my place. So, a couple weeks becomes a month, becomes a couple months. Eventually, he's been there for a while. And, I told him he's got to start helping to pitch in if he's going to be there and like crashing out all the time. And so essentially, he didn't have the money because he's kind of broke, but he was still spending money the whole time he was there, saying he didn't have the money, buying things. Like, he's trying to make me sound like I'm the scummy one, but he was leaving sex toys out on my kitchen table, because I thought they were show props, because the band, right? But, he's leaving out things on the kitchen table that I got guests coming over, and just
For personal use.
I don't know.
I was seeing this girl at the time. She kind of got me into this stuff, but yeah, they're expensive. And
They're expensive, they shouldn't be
expensive. He would use them as props on our like live stage show. And then to clean it, he threw them in the dishwasher and ruined them.
Plaintiff Kendall Fortson is suing his former bandmate, who he claims got them banned from a club after trying to pass out hits of LSD to the audience.
What are you suing him for, sir?
I'm suing him for $3,050, which was the cost of our recording. I had to pay it up front because still he didn't have the money at the time, and we had to get the down deposit.
What was the agreement?
The agreement was that since he lived at my place for a year without paying any rent, eating my food, using the utilities, I was really cutting him a favor by saying all you have to do is pay for the recording, right? And then, we had a verbal agreement the entire time. If you want, I even have a statement.
Okay, let me hear from you, sir.
I mean, I was crashing on his couch. I didn't have like a room there. My witness here, he can vouch for me. I was staying at his house a lot too. I was just kind of between places.
Did you ever agree to pay him?
We had talked about it, yeah, but I mean, nothing, we didn't set anything like in stone.
We
like
set
nothing.
stuff in stone, Your Honor.
You didn't say an amount you would pay him?
I don't recall.
And if my witness can attest that he does recall, this is
Come
our
on
bass
up,
player.
sir.
He's been here the whole time.
State your name.
Kenta, Henry.
What do you want to tell me?
Well, he's mine because I don't drink or anything anymore, so I can remember stuff.
Good.
Yeah.
So you're an A-list celebrity.
Yeah.
All right, see, so he's
Well,
an
the
A-lister.
reason why I don't drink is because I was a D-list celebrity.
There you go.
I've been
See?
there, but yeah.
So
these
you
days,
you knew the way to get to the A-list is to go to rehab.
I can remember conversations and like promises made, and I was there plenty of times when I heard him promising to pay Kendall for the recording costs.
You have any evidence there? I see you're
I
looking
do.
through a lot of
First,
papers.
I have a witness statement here from our band manager,
All right.
who
Let's see
also
it,
doesn't
please.
drink. So,
You're right. I can't rely on the testimony and statements of guys who stay chronically drunk. So
Right.
good
But,
to make that distinction.
and she's sober, and she manages all of our finances and stuff, so she knew about that, and so she's
Anything
attesting to
else?
that.
I see you have some other paperwork. Give me the most pertinent evidence that you have.
Sure. We actually had a promissory note signed that he
There
signed
you
stating
go.
that amount.
There you go.
I also have.
Hold on. What?
I thought it was a joke. I mean, I signed my stage name.
You signed your stage
It's
name
my
saying what?
Huh?
You would pay what?
Paying what?
Saying that you signed something saying that you would pay what?
It was whatever the recording was, like 3,000.
Right, because a minute ago you had no idea, remember? Now, what's your defense to signing it? Why shouldn't I enforce this?
Because it's not my name.
Okay, but it's your stage name, right?
Yeah.
So it was one of two things. You can sign documents if you are known for that name, which you are if it's your stage name, or you tried to defraud him. And not only will you pay, but you'll go to jail. Which one do you want? I think you better pay him. So $3,050 is your judgment. Have a good day, gentlemen.
I'm just glad that he lost and he finally had to pay up the money. Yeah, like I don't like it when my friends and my bandmates are the ones that are trying to over. And so now it's like, it's good that it's settled because now we can keep playing because he was avoiding me, dodging band practice, and just being a general. And I think he got what he deserved. He finally had to pay up.
Friends is though, like, I had agreed. I mean, there was some sort of verbal agreement, and I was going to do it. And the plan was to sell these records, and now we can't. Now we have this conflict, and we can't. I don't know if we can get past it. It sucks.